myself. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can hear you just fine.
I can't hear myself. Can you hear me? That's not good.
No. Are you plugged in?
You might have to face the mic though.
I'll just scoot over. Get away from you.
You're speaking to the mic?
8 o'clock.
Check 1 2 1 2.
I can hear you
Better?
just
Is
fine.
that better? Can you hear me? I can't even hear myself.
See, you messed with the wrong one.
Yeah,
now
I
you
can't-
just turned my shit up now.
All right.
Check 1 2. I
can hear you.
I think you turned on the wrong one.
Hang tight. We're going to kick this off.
I think
Shining bright like a diamond, beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Palms rise to the universe as we moonshine and Malay. Feel the warmth, we'll never die. We're like diamonds in the sky. You're a shooting star, I see. A vision of ecstasy. When you hold me, I'm alive. We're like diamonds in the sky. At first sight, I felt the energy of surrender.
You're on the Virtual Entertainment Programming Network. TVEPN.com. Coming to you live from TVEPN Studios, The Slam Show. And now, your host, Slam.
Yes. Welcome, everyone, to another edition of The Slam Show for December 3rd, 2012. Yes, it is nearing the apocalypse in approximately 19 days. Or is it the 21st, right?
18.
So, 18.
18.
18. Thank you, Karma, for correcting me.
Well, it's
So,
not
yeah.
midnight yet, but I'll give you the credit for that one. Let's go 19 days and 3 hours.
Thank you. Thank you. So, everyone, thank you for joining us on this incredible Monday evening. And as I do, before starting off the show, I introduce my co-hosting staff. As always, sitting on the stool, the always lovely, gorgeous, let's have a big round of applause for Lady Sage.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
How's it going?
Welcome. Good, I guess. It's Monday, and it's one of those days.
Oh, well, those days are going to go ahead and alter into a good modification because obviously we got incredible guests and incredible discussion to talk about. Love it. Love it. All right. As always, kicking it in the sound booth, my partner in crime. Let's have a big round of applause for DJ Stallion.
Yo, what's up?
What's up, man?
What's up, man?
You're chilling, looking good. We got some good food from
Yeah.
Kinder's you brought.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks a lot for that, bro.
They got to thank Juan out there, man.
Yes.
Martinez location.
Props out to Juan. You hooked it up. It's very important that we have some good eats.
Definitely, most definitely.
And we'll have it all set for everyone afterwards. We're going
Yeah.
to dive into that good Kinder's food. And I like to bring back, he's been back. He's basically a permanent member of the Slam Show crew. Let's have a big round of applause for Bad Karma.
Thank you.
Woohoo!
I've been
Yeah.
accepted now, right?
Yeah.
I am now permanent basis. I have been, just...
You've been anointed.
I'm
You're-
contracted, right?
Is that,
Yeah.
is that
Yeah.
as of today? Because I keep seeing special guest hosts.
Yeah, I know.
Like plural, like more than one person.
Well, he has to pay his dues. That's the thing.
Probationary, right? It's just, my probation is over with, or do I actually go through the 90 days? Or
90 days.
60,
It's 90 days, right?
It's 90 days.
We have to do it retail style.
Yeah.
And then you have to be a blood brother and cut you at the wrist. And
Exactly.
We have
Exactly.
to mesh it up.
You don't give a damn. The world's going to end in 18 days anyway.
18, yeah.
Or 19 days and 3 hours.
Exactly. So, as always, we have special guests in the house kicking it throughout the topics and also for their incredible interview segment later on in the program. I'd like to introduce the lovely ladies of Valiant, Vixen, Gogos, Sammy, and Blondie. How you doing,
Nice to be
ladies?
back.
Doing pretty good.
It's been a year.
It's been more than a year.
Yeah.
It's been a long while, and you girls look radiant with the matching naughty Santa outfits. Is that what it's called?
Or like a Santa helper.
Santa helper.
We got
Mrs.
the
Santa.
aprons going
We're the
on.
cute Mrs. Claus. You know?
Mrs. Claus.
Very appropriate for the holiday season.
They said cute, not naughty. You want them to be naughty.
That is true. I have to admit that. But yeah, welcome, ladies, for being able to join us.
Thanks
And
for having us.
Thank you.
like mentioning prior is that it's been over a year. July 2011 was when you were first on with us, and it was
July or January?
July.
July.
Yeah.
We're happy to be back.
She was actually her and another girl was actually our very first Gogo
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gogo
Yeah.
guest.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's true. So how?
First team.
Yeah, that was the first generation of Valiant Vixens, and we're going to catch up on how things have
Yeah.
evolutionized since then.
Definitely changed.
Exactly. So, as I always do, we go into our week's recap and talk about what has happened the past few days. I'll go ahead and kick it off. This past Wednesday, we had a very good volunteer day over at the Contra Costa Food Bank, which we do every month, once a month. And the whole crew, props out to BTME, Homer, Drewski, and Fatima, and obviously Lady Sage and myself. We were able to come through and help out the needy in this holiday season.
Of course. We always want to spread hunger awareness in our community as a group, and we do that. We're dedicated voters every month,
Yeah.
and we welcome you people to hang out with the TV EPN crew and volunteer with us.
That's right. Well said, well said. On Friday, we had a private event over at Zio Fredo's Vallejo, and I know Stallion's going to touch on his Zio's experience at a different location over in Pleasant Hill. Saturdays was Get Some Saturdays over at Redux, the usual packed house, good times as always. And this week, what we have is basically some studio time and private events to do, Sage.
Lots of private events.
And we're looking forward to that. And also, this coming week is the start of the TV EPN and Nocturnal Ballers playoffs in fantasy football. I am honestly on a losing streak, but hey, I've been in first place this whole time, so really losing any games doesn't matter
And
as
who-
long as you get in.
And who's in first place right now, bitches?
Well, you are too.
Thank you.
You're first in.
You are too.
You are in first place in your division.
That's right.
And yeah, it's kind of weird knowing that you could lose 2 weeks in a row and still get in, but at the same time you have to get in to begin with, and early success results into playoff berths, and I am looking forward to getting back on the winning ways and get off this 2-week losing streak in all three of my leagues. But hey, it had to happen sooner or later. So yeah, that's basically where everything stands on my end. Who wants to talk about their past week recap?
Well, I was at the other ZOs on Saturday in Pleasant Hill doing a private event there. And that's pretty much it. What I did, I just worked at the gym and then did that wedding on Saturday.
Cool.
And then I got another private event this week coming up, like in San Mateo or San Bruno or something like that.
All right. Keeping busy.
Yeah.
None wrong with that.
Nope.
Always on the DJ tip. Back Karma.
I was on the opposite end. I saw a drop of rain. I was sitting my ass inside my house. I gave every excuse. I saw a cloud in the sky. I'm like, I can't do no work tonight. I just watched TV. I was good with that.
Hey.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm sorry, you got to get your rest, right?
Yeah, exactly. You're hustling, doing your 9-to-5er, and still having that moment to spend time with us.
5 to 9er. That's right. That's the part I do.
Yeah, that's true. So, ladies, how was your guys this past week?
It's pretty good. Just a lot of rain definitely kept me inside and on the go, though.
Okay.
When I was outside of the rain.
Definitely busy with our events that are going on. We have a new residency on Wednesdays at Bricks in San Jose.
Yeah, I've heard of that place. Yeah, our
DJ
buddy Chris
Chris
Campos.
Campos.
Yeah, props out to you, Chris. That's a spot, I think. He does that quite a bit.
Yeah, it's a really cool place. We're there every other Wednesday now. It's for LGBT community.
Mm-hmm.
So they're doing the foreplay. So shout out for the foreplay. And then we also have a residency at Atmosphere every Saturday. So we've
Saturday
been busy
was
doing
fun.
that. Yeah.
Saturdays are always fun,
Nice.
no matter where we are.
Yeah,
Well,
it's always
Saturday.
different. We always bring in a theme. It's real fun. We get real creative. So
Cool. Yeah, we're gonna get into that later on in your interview segment, where you very much is dedicated in creating a sort of dynamic look to every outing that you
Yes.
guys perform in. That is cool. That's definitely cool. All right, we're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break and be back with the sports and world news segment here on the Slam Show. Everyone stay tuned.
Here we go.
Business cards. Flyers. Graphic design. Marketing and advertising. Visit us at www.baymanda.com or give us a call at 650-571-5100. Baymanda offers 5,000 UV-coated club flyers starting at just $99.99. Place your orders today for rock-bottom prices. Baymanda.com.
And now you know who's best.
If your child is not breathing, roll them onto their back. Check airway is not blocked. Gently tilt head back, hold nose and breathe twice into mouth. Place heel of hand in center of chest and push down 15 times. Repeat breathing and chest massage until help arrives. If your child is
You know how to help your child if they've stopped breathing. But do you know how to help them if they have a drug problem? Visit drugfree.org for information, help, and advice. This message brought to you by the partnership at drugfree.org.
Quality never goes out of style. And the quality of the Paul Frederick White Pinpoint Oxford dress shirt at just $19.95 will make it the staple of your wardrobe. This special introductory offer won't last forever, so act now to get the quality, comfort, and style you can only get from the Paul Frederick White Pinpoint Oxford dress shirt. Order today and receive free monogramming, a $9.75 value. Go to 1995shirt.com and enter promo code COLLAR. That's 1995shirt.com promo code COLLAR.
This season, take tailgating to the next level with Mr. and Mrs. T mixers. Hand off some Bloody Mary mix in original, bold, and spicy and premium blend varieties, delivering true made-from-scratch taste with game day convenience. Mr. and Mrs. T mixers promise perfect cocktails, even if the season isn't.
Goodyear presents awkward conversations between guys in cars.
So you admit you have tire amnesia?
Yes, I have tire amnesia.
Aha.
I do not remember what brand of tire I happen to have on my own car.
It's like you don't care.
Dude,
see, thing is, experts, people who really put their tires to the test like NASCAR, they don't have tire amnesia.
But I'm not an expert.
Because NASCAR prefers Goodyear tires.
I'm not an expert.
Oh, and the first tires on the moon, Goodyear's, chosen by NASA. Heard of NASA?
Yes, will it make you happy if we pull over and see what kind of tires I have?
You don't have to. These Chevy Volts all come with Goodyear Fuel Max tires. They can help you save gas.
Wow, I have Goodyear's?
Oh, so now you care.
Yes, I care. I care.
Goodyear, more driven. Receive up to $160 off with mail-in rebate when you buy 4 select Goodyear tires with your Goodyear credit card. Goodyear credit card purchases subject to credit approval. Certain conditions and restrictions apply. See retailer for complete details. Goodyear, official tire of NASCAR. NASCAR is a registered trademark of the National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing Incorporated.
I tweeted all that stuff about that guy in the moment, you know? I never thought it'd be right there when you Googled him. I mean, it makes him look like, you know? Oh, I actually became a customer of his before he closed. Oh, man, the internet. You got to stay on top of that thing.
On the internet, everyone is entitled to their opinion, even this guy. That's why there's Reputation.com. Reputation.com understands that negative material about you online, no matter how untrue, can impact your reputation and your business. And you may never know the extent of the damage. Reputation.com helps you control how you look when people search you, managing reviews of your business, and pushing down misleading and malicious search results. Act now and get a free reputation assessment conducted by our expert advisors. Call us now at 800-283-1144. That's 800-283-1144. Or go to Reputation.com.
Yes, welcome back everyone to the Slam Show. This is the sports and news segment sponsored by Natural Light Foods and Strike First Nutrition. All right, as we always do, we kick off with some football discussion. Obviously, we are from the Bay Area, so we talk about mainly the San Francisco 49ers and a little bit of the Raiders. Just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the situation with the Kaepernick how should I say this? Phenomenal, so to
Hype.
speak. Hype. Because, as you can see in this video, this is one of the crucial plays that kind of made everyone think, all right, did Harbaugh smoke something? Because, obviously, this is one of the main periods of the game that was unnecessary to do. A pitch play botched and return for a touchdown enabled the Rams to tie the game, I believe. Right, Karma? Was it to tie? And
well, it was to get him within 2.
Yeah, get in within 2.
All right, was it 2 or was it 1?
It was 2. It was 2. They had to go for 2 points to tie.
That's right.
And obviously it went into overtime, which the Niners lost due to Legatron, which is the Rams' field goal kicker, and winning it on that. Akers, he missed one, and he has not been the same kicker from last season, unfortunately. And I'm pretty sure they're going to have some kickers come in this week to try out, because you're going to have a reliable kicker going into the playoffs for crucial kicks at those moments where it's going to count for the outcome of the game. Getting back to Kaepernick, wow. This game, when I was watching it, I was saying to myself, he's going to come out of it. He's going to still execute. He's going to make the offense go somehow, some way. It's only his 3rd game, and he's allowed to have some errors here and there. But at the same time, you got people like Stallion texting me saying, they got to put in Smith. They got to put in Smith. I'm like, we'll see what happens.
But doesn't he have a concussion?
No.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
He's good to go.
No, he's been cleared for a couple weeks now.
Yeah.
Put in a 3rd string. Fuck Smith.
Smith would have went in there and made it happen.
Comes Tolzien.
Well, at this point, Harbaugh's going to stick it out with Kaepernick and see what happens, because you can't have a revolving door quarterback starting. That's just not good for the locker room, and that's not going to allow your team to feel that, hey, we're backing someone, because it's already a flawed decision in some minds pulling Alex Smith at this point of the season when he really didn't do anything wrong. So guys, right off the bat, Cap stays in or Smith should go in for this coming game against the Dolphins?
Stay.
I think Kaepernick should stay.
Okay. Kaepernick stays. Gentlemen?
Smith goes in, Cap goes in if he needs it.
All right.
Kind of running like the Jets game.
Yeah, I
just jump in there when he needs them, right?
I'm not
just
a big fan of quarterbacks
rotating
in a game. I mean, there's a reason why there's a starting quarterback. You start.
Yeah, and you're better than the second stringer. That's just common sense. And I didn't touch on this last week regarding the Kaepernick discussion, but you got to reflect on training camp. Harbaugh goes all out with a head-to-head competition with everyone. There's no favoritism. It's even like Frank Gore. If Kendall Hunter was better, or even Brandon Jacobs, they would be starting, but they're not.
Well, that's what you tell everybody to actually get them back in the game. Trust me, you pretty much can ink in almost all 22 starters by the time you walk in there.
Right, but at the same time...
Yeah, if someone goes out, just outshines everybody. Yeah, you're going to pick a new starter. But.
Well, the thing is, Kaepernick in training camp wasn't really good enough to dethrone Alex Smith through any type of performance in training camp, in OTAs or anything, because I don't think Harbaugh's going to rely on, Smith brought us to the NFC Championship game, so he deserves to be anointed starter by default. I think Harbaugh is smart enough to put the best player starting versus what he's accomplished. And Cap, he still has to prove that. Karma, what do you think?
Well, you got to remember, Harbaugh went through the same thing himself his whole career.
Yeah, because
you live in Cap. The biggest thing we don't know is whether or not the play calls for Cap, can he change anything at the line? Because there was a huge flaw that I saw with Kaepernick. Besides the fumble, the option toss, beyond that, but there's a couple of things I was wondering. I know that the slant plays. Now, were they called from the head coach or Mark Roman? Or was that Kaepernick audibling or hot routing his guys?
That's true.
Do you trust him enough to do that? Because you saw that. I mean, he had dives up the middle for Frank Gore. They're really conservative, and the whole point is that you put in Kaepernick because he had that big playability with his arm.
That's it.
I didn't see that. Maybe the Rams.
He did have that long run. Remember that one?
Yeah, but I'm talking. He used it with his arm. That was the whole thing. Was stretch to the defense.
Yeah.
And what did Gore have? Like 50 some odd yards rushing on some 20 odd attempts. That's
Yeah.
not a Gore-like game.
Yeah, but he did score a TD, and that's good
he did.
fantasy points for Sage because he has him on the team.
But the big thing I noticed in that game that, like I said, two things was Kaepernick basically not hot routing his guys, or maybe he did not know how to read them.
Right.
So he had those opportunities. Maybe they just played, the too deep set, played it safe, and he just didn't want to force it, kind of like Alex Smith can do.
True.
And the other thing would be is that every time they blitzed from his right-hand side, he was
Right.
running left, and that's where he's making all his losses.
Yeah.
He automatically, he would not, throw, like I said, he would not call a blitz, throw a quick slant, and make the throw to make a play. He wanted to run. The first thing he did was, oh shit, here everybody's coming my way. Let me get my ass out of there, try to make a play. And
Pulling a Tim Tebow.
Exactly. He was just throwing it out of bounds, or he's getting sacked and he's losing yards. So that he's getting exploited right now. The people are going to watch the film,
Yeah.
and you'll see next week if he's out there.
Yeah.
Let's see if they keep on attacking him the same way, and then you'll know if he's ready or not.
Yeah, and you won't know until you really have him get extensive gameplay.
Exactly.
If he could really perform. And going back home against the Dolphins is going to be a truly big test for him because it was pretty much a flop on this past game, his performance. So we'll see if he's for reals and take it from there.
Can I add something on that?
Yes.
I was really struggling watching the game yesterday. I mean, with the Saints, it's a phenomenal team.
Yeah.
Therefore, they played awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Now with the Rams, it's like, come on now, it's the Rams.
And
Are
so-
they like rubbing off each other?
Well, it goes with the same thinking where you kind of play at the level of your opponent. And it's just like if I played Bad Karma and Madden, even though I know I could whoop them big time, I would take it easy and level out the playing field because I would just feel that that's the way to be competitive. No, I'm not saying in real
It's
life.
just an example.
Not exciting lingo, though, right?
It's like you playing Madden and you both pick the 49ers. Because both the defense are you guys play.
Actually, that's actually the perfect way to say that is the biggest thing is when you talk about division rivals, you build your team against your division because you play them twice.
Right.
So the team that when you see a team being built a certain way, you are building your team to go against them.
True.
And then it just happens to be who's left on your schedule to place, to play against them.
Yeah.
So I think that has a lot to do with it. Plus, you're studying them all the time. So.
True. So it's basically just a game of matchups, and that's what Sage was saying. It's like, gosh, this game really is boring, but it's just matchups, the teams having schemes that they know how to counter and stuff like that.
And the flags and the penalties is so unlike them. It was like watching a Raiders game.
Speaking of Raiders, let's go ahead and segue to that.
Yes.
And we can't really talk much because the Niners did lose.
We can still talk because no matter what,
even
if the
Sorry,
Niners,
Blondie, we got
Here
the
we go.
biggest Raider hater is DJ Stallion.
Hey, even if the Niners lose every game here and on out, they've still got a better record than the Raiders can ever have.
Yeah. So basically, the Cleveland Browns, out of all teams, came into the Coliseum and
The
won.
same record.
Yeah. Were they the same record?
Yeah.
Okay. I believe they were
Both
3-8.
Both 3-8.
Yeah. So they won 20-17. That's all you got to say. I need to put up your favorite image, which is Raiders of the lost season. Sorry, Blondie. Blondie, how do you feel about the Raider team just really frustrating its fan base by their performances and so forth?
Gosh, I don't. It's hard to say because I would say all the Raider fans they're still going to stick to it regardless of the losing or not. But,
Right.
But yeah, it is kind of disappointing that they haven't been doing so good. But still better.
In the past
than
10
ever.
years.
Maybe.
Oh.
What was that, Sammy?
Yeah.
She has next season, maybe.
You have season tickets?
Oh no.
Oh.
That would be a waste of money.
Oh my goodness, you guys.
Yeah.
You got to think it 10 years ago when they went to the Super Bowl, right? So they haven't been in the playoffs since.
Oh, it's been steady downhill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One time, within that 10 years.
That's disappointing.
And
But
the records were like 3-8 last year. It was, they only won 3 or something.
But you know what? They have
No,
the best fans. They're dedicated no matter how sucky they are. They have the best fans. So enough said.
They have lost fans.
No,
Inmates,
no bandwagons over here.
Anyone can go to San Quentin and get some fans.
Whoa!
That's
I don't know about that
mean.
one.
I didn't say it.
mean.
Stallion did.
Karma whispered it.
Yeah. San Quentin. That's where they built the costumes in.
Too much, guys. Too much. All right.
Yes.
Moving on to our next sports discussion. Guys, apparently in certain cities, the NBA attendance is struggling big time. So the Phoenix Suns are doing something for the very first time in NBA history. On December 6th, their game against the, I believe, Dallas Mavericks. They're going to offer a guarantee to their fans, a money-back guarantee, stating that if they don't have a good time during the game, they could go ahead and fill out an online form and get their money back. And what you're seeing on the screen is part of that promotion. Wow.
That's so desperate.
That is desperate. And the thing is that the Phoenix Suns aren't really struggling. They're hovering a little bit over 500, so they're not like totally horrible. So I don't know. I think to a certain degree the NBA situation as far as attendance has been kind of suspect, because you're talking about games every other night. And even with dedicated fans and season ticket holders, it's tough to make it to games and use up your season tickets. You go to Craigslist right now and it's like a bunch of tickets for the Golden State Warriors based on people's schedules. So my question to everyone is that, is the NBA just really trying to figure out how to fill up these seats desperately? And if there's any other ideas besides having a guarantee money back after watching a game, you could just pretend like, oh well.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm like, shit. Right, even before I'm gonna watch the game, I'm gonna start filling that shit out. I'm like, I don't like it, but I'm there like, go.
That is well said.
Yeah. But you know what? It's just a it's just a marketing tactic. It's something that they're just trying out to get more audience, to watch in-house.
Yeah, but the thing it's reflecting on is the attendance issue, because if you are filling up the seats, regardless of the pricing, you could put it to freaking $1 night or something just to initiate.
To me, it's not about the seats. It's just like the concept of the movie theater. It's not about filling up the seats. It's the concession. They make their money off concession stands. So think about it. More people there, more people going to eat, more people. It's just
spend
bank.
money.
It's all connected.
Spend money.
Yeah.
And parking. I mean, it's
$30.
connected to parking. So
Yeah.
they should give up free parking, and then, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's a great point you brought up, because the parking is really expensive. And if you go to certain areas, they're just jacking you. You'll have some guy that has a residence and says, oh, $50, and you can have it right in front.
They always get San Francisco too.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of areas where you can enhance promotion. Who wants to touch on some ideas to make NBA games a little bit more enticing to go?
Put some asphalt there and do some street ball. People doing some stuff they do on the streets to make it exciting.
Like a pregame thing?
No, just like they do out in the San Ramon. That's how they play.
Change the rules.
Yeah, change it up a little bit.
And then
allow an elbow or two.
Yeah, there you go. Meta World Peace gets to
come on, man.
sock anybody in the audience.
Oh, you stepped on my toe.
So you're saying street ball versus regular?
Well, this is. I mean, to me, yeah. I think that's what he's kind of pointing out, was that it's a different style of basketball people want to watch now.
Right.
It's the way they play in the street, but I think this is kind of the NBA's own fault, is that they've allowed the rules to be changed to be that way. They promoted their stars. They never promoted their teams.
Mm-hmm.
They promoted Michael Jordan. They promoted LeBron James. They promoted Dwayne Wade or Derrick Rose, but never
players.
the team itself. It was never about the Chicago Bulls or the Miami Heat, or it was actually the players themselves. And all of a sudden, now the players are going to those cities. The Lakers always, the Miami Heat now.
Right.
It's almost like you can't even name the other 20 teams in the league if you wanted to. I'm sorry, Phoenix Suns, you said that they have a good year, maybe they don't. I couldn't name you one person on the Phoenix Suns. Yes, who's the Phoenix Suns? I think Steve Nash. I know he's playing the Lakers. The last person I remember ever playing for that team was Steve Nash. And they base their whole league on names. Now, guess what? It's spreading out. So
yeah,
you want better attendance, you want a better product, start cutting teams.
And it's it's funny that you guys are bringing that, kind of altering the game a bit, where you could do a couple elbows here or something to where it entices the audience. Going back to the NFL, some players are saying in about 20 years, no one's going to watch the NFL because of all the rules protecting the players and making it soft where you can't even tackle the quarterback properly. So if the NBA is kind of moving towards that direction where it's very disinteresting to watch like a simple basketball game versus some type of street ball, hey, you have to alter it. Just like the MMA versus boxing.
Yep.
Why do people watch the MMAs? Because it has a more aggressive tone and it looks more interesting to watch versus having people go 10 rounds and not have a knockout and have a unanimous winner at the end.
That's what happens in the NBA. They're like the boxing now. They're the sport. You know?
Yeah, boxing's not fixed. I mean, I'm sorry, MMA is not fixed like boxing is either. But I mean, but the other thing too is you know what, football. People are always going to watch football, no matter how much you change the rules, because there's always a
gladiator sort of feel to it.
It's a talent aspect to it,
right?
You know what? It's like I said, the NBA's changed its rules. Like when Shaq came in, you know what? You couldn't do that little 2-hop step that he did. That would have been travel every time. His ass would have been called for travel. He would never score a point in the NBA if they would not have allowed him to do it.
True.
Because they wanted him to be a star.
Mhm.
They changed the rules to make it better for their stars.
For their specific
exactly.
stars.
You know, in the NFL, they don't care. They
Right.
know that everybody's in there, so okay, you know, you can do a certain thing, and all of a sudden it's against the rules. You got to change yourself. You can't. Too bad. You're out. They'll get rid of your ass in the NFL. In the NBA, they'll change the rules to make sure that you can be successful because they know that that's, like I said, that's where their talent lies.
I think Blondie should go to the Golden State Warriors administration and say, I want to have my team perform there throughout the whole game. And not just like during the halftime thing, like in the rows where the steps are.
Little go-go dancers.
You know what? Didn't we have a discussion with that with the Dallas Cowboys? They have go-go girls come in now.
Yeah, they had them up really high or something.
On the platforms.
Yeah, on the platforms.
They're cheerleaders. A lot of people were telling me that they're cheerleaders. They do their private parties. They do their go-go dancing. So their cheerleaders are go-go dancers as well. Like I've had a couple players before. They were mentioning it, saying that I should get in contact with the presidents of
That
the
would make it
teams
more
because
interesting.
I just said that.
Yes.
I'm getting credit for this one. So if you guys go ahead and get signed in, I want a percentage through that recommendation.
You better call your percentage because you're just going to give you a
Yeah.
half. 0.00001.
Hey, that's better than nothing. I'll take that. Especially
whatever that is.
Defer to over 20 years. What did you say?
I said it'd be doing 20 years.
Yeah, right. But yeah, that would be a good idea. Just having something to entice the crowd and
Agreed.
giving some niche, because it just gets old. Like you guys were referring to, you're paying for freaking parking, you're paying for food, you're paying for all these miscellaneous needs, purchases, and it all adds up to about $150 to $200 for a game that you're only there 2.5 hours.
And they don't even go there to watch. They're more socializing or getting their fancy drinks and food, and then people are just like talking in the crowd, you know. Among each
You've
other.
been hanging out on the Giants games again, haven't
Like
you?
what I said, that's how they make their money.
Yeah.
But no,
Concessions.
that's a great point.
And they don't even know what's going on in the game because it's just back and forth, nothing really exciting.
Yeah, if you know the prices, you get a new crowd in there. Maybe you get a new life in there.
There's
I mean,
like
that's the thing. It's the same people going over and over
And
again.
there's like
They
no
get tired of
records
it.
breaking, like the 63 field goals like in football and stuff like that. It's just the same shit. You can't get any more exciting.
That's true. That's a great
you can't
point.
do a
Because
100-yard run back from end zone to end zone. I mean,
that's true. They got to do up the rules, so it allows like Kobe and all those scorers to get close to 100 points. Like, well, that'd be kind of cool.
Well, yeah, the one kid that scored 100 some odd points.
What was that?
game.
Division II college?
I don't know. He took like 100 some odd shots. I don't even know how the hell you get 100 shots in a game.
I think honestly, I think the statistician freaking messed up, because that doesn't make a whole hell of a lot of sense. Putting up 100 shots in one game, that's a lot. Your arm will be dead.
Yeah, that's one of those. Who gives a shit after that? I mean, I could score like 100 some odd points with 100 shots.
Yeah, who couldn't? All right, moving on to our final sports discussion and talking about former Lakers, Andrew Bynum. He is the center now for the Philadelphia 76ers. He hasn't been freaking played yet on the team. He's been injured. But check this out. He bought a house in Westchester, California. This is hecka funny, guys. Check it. His neighbors, the Beckett's, never really wanted to make his living condition there right. So basically, Bynum filed a lawsuit against his neighbors, stating that they have opposed his profession, his race, his friends, his cars, and his taste in music. So basically, Bynum is suing the neighbors because of this behavior. Yeah, think about that. Now, he basically stated that, this is funny, that the neighbors are throwing coins at his Ferrari, chipping his paint, and hitting the side of his house with a long stick, telling him to turn down his music. I'm sorry, just
I want to see the stick.
You know what's so funny is because that sounds like a Filipino doing that.
Yeah, and the stick is his fishing pole.
Oh man!
No, it sounds like chopsticks, like put together and like. Remember that episode in Friends?
Fishing pole.
Oh my gosh!
When they were poking a fat guy.
Yeah, the fat naked guy.
Now check this out. The Becketts have responded to Bynum's suit, and they have their list of crimes that Andrew Bynum has done to them. And check out this. They're claiming that Andrew Bynum has been brandishing firearms in an attempt to intimidate the Becketts, and using drugs, smoking weed, allowing the smoke to drift next door so they could obviously smell it, blasting loud, profane rap music, especially Trina,
Trina,
blasting his video games
Not requested.
at window-shaking volumes, and letting his dogs run loose throughout the neighborhood, and constantly racing his luxury cars at dangerous speeds. Now, Bynum has denied all these allegations, and he's still sticking with his lawsuit. But at this point, the Becketts, they moved. They're gone. But as far as their response to it, that's still up in the air. But as far as Bynum, he still wants to go ahead and go through the lawsuit even though they moved out. Now, it's just crazy, because would you go to that length to allow all this to happen to your neighbor? I'll be honest with you. We have neighbors around this neighborhood that are just cool, and some that we just don't speak to, and some that are just
nosy as fuck.
Yeah. So I'm not at the point where I'm going to go ahead and create a situation where I'm going to put time and energy for a lawsuit, unless they do something crazy like the Becketts.
Well, can I cut you off, because I'm like scratching my head. Do they live in our neighborhood? I mean, if Bynum is supposedly, making all this money, don't you think he lives in a luxury community? That's
Yeah,
the
like
neighbors are a
like
little
an
bit
estate or something, you know? Like
see,
each has a long
exactly.
pole. That's a one hell of a long ass pole.
Exactly.
Like
If a neighbor is like
35-foot pole.
poking your house with a pole or a stick or whatever, I mean, do they live in like San Francisco? I
Like
mean, where
some
the
tiny-
houses are like this?
Yeah,
On top
tiny-
of each other and
It
shit.
doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
So part of this is Bynum's fault for being in a neighborhood that might be suspect to his lifestyle.
Probably it's probably like a Golden Girls neighborhood where they don't want no.
Golden Girls.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a good one. Guys, who wants to touch on this?
Gosh, I don't know. Like, the thing is, I actually have a neighbor that's kind of like this. I have two neighbors that are like this. They probably view me and my family as like the ones who are nosy and like always calling the cops, but their dogs are always running out in the street. I've like almost wrecked my car, almost hitting their chihuahua running across the street.
Chihuahua.
Yes. And then when I try to
That's a
get
good
near
word,
it, barks and almost tries to bite me, and then it's just like they're not watching it.
Mhm.
But you know what? I love the woman that lives there. She's so sweet, but it's just her sons that live there. That's what's just insane, because I know they deal drugs. So
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so
There's your excuse to get your asses going.
I mean, do whatever you want, but when they do it out in front of my house, and it's like, then when they started doing it,
Go get a stick and poke their house.
yeah, I was gonna go get a stick
And go get some pennies, throw it at their car.
or just be like,
Go on their car.
yeah. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, like, and then when they started bringing their friends around, like, things started disappearing in our backyard. Like, they would steal like the most random things from
Not the
our backyard.
gnomes.
And it's like,
the
I mean,
Elsa gnome is gone.
no, okay, they stole a God, it's one of the brushes for
A
our
hoe?
pool, a pool cleaner.
Yeah.
Wow.
The thing you kind of like wave in to take out the leaves.
Yes, they stole
debris.
they stole that, and they stole a ladder, and then we went over, we peeked over in their yard, and they had it, but it's just like,
It's crazy, isn't it?
It's too much energy to like try to be like, well, hey, call cops and make a report against you guys when there's nothing, So it's just, I mean, I can understand where he's coming from. It's just those neighbors, like, it's like we even get arguments with our neighbors about who's parking where in our street because it gets that serious. Like,
wow.
There's just kind of just silly about things. Like I had and this is like so many stories, but I did have a neighbor actually threaten online to fight my father.
What?
For asking.
Oh, I remember that.
Oh my God, I was so upset. I was so mad. Because these people, I want to say they're kids, but I'm not a kid. I'm an adult. But they're my age. And my father wanted to move at a parking spot, and he just asked him nicely. And then they went online and was threatening that they were going to kick his ass because he was so rude or something like that. And then they were like threatening me on all Facebook stuff, and I was just like, all right, just keep your threats. I'll just screen print them all. And
yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what you do. I mean, that's how
there's your digital blueprint.
Oh my gosh.
That's your digital proof.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
It's just so petty little things that can escalate,
Yeah. Anyone else has some horrific neighborhood stories?
No, not horrific. I think it's just common sense, which unfortunately nowadays doesn't seem so common anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just, it's like I said, it just comes down to just respect each other's personal space, personal rights. Yeah. You know what? If I'm not bothering you, then I can do what I want to. Like you said, the chihuahuas in the street, the
chihuahuas.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said,
your car.
Oh no, the hell with that! I would turn that thing into a hood ornament. I swear to God, I would have done that. But anyways, yeah, exactly. Go turn that shit into Taco Bell.
Wow.
But I mean,
damn, karma, that's dark.
Yeah, it is.
What the hell?
That's why they call it bad karma in front of it.
Oh,
but I mean, it really is. I have my neighbors that do the same thing. They play the music once in a while. I got headphones. I'll turn it on. If it comes consistent where it's starting to interfere, it's one issue.
Right.
Like you said, if they're dealing drugs in front of your home, that's a whole different issue. But on the other hand, if it's just they have a party once in a while, gives a damn. If they're not going in and getting in my face, I don't give a shit.
Right.
I mean, I'm not going to get in their way. Yeah, people have their lives.
Exactly.
Deal with the damn thing, all right?
I think more neighborhoods should come together. I used to say hi to my neighbors all the time.
Yeah.
I used to like, hey, how are you guys doing? We're going to have people over tonight. Do you mind? I think it's a big thing, too. Maybe he didn't even go next door and ever say hi to them. Maybe they never came and said, hello, welcome to the neighborhood.
Yeah.
That alone
probably really
cause
old school,
conflict.
too. And
That alone causes conflict.
Yeah.
Well, we actually have a new neighbor that moved in across the street, so maybe in your outfit you could go over there and say, hi, new neighbor, I'd like to welcome you.
Can I sing you some Christmas carols?
Happy birthday.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank God it wasn't a neighbor that called in the cops because we had the
Deja Vu van. Yeah.
We had the Deja Vu van outside.
Wait, what's wrong with
a
the Deja
brothel.
Vu van?
It's obscene.
They thought we were having like a brothel thing going on in here.
Oh my
Whatever.
gosh.
That is so obscene.
The cop was laughing. He's like, go on with your show.
Yeah.
See, the reason why Stallion is
probably stayed around a while.
is being on a no comment end because he has actually a good neighborhood situation. How did you develop that? Because it's like,
Except
hey,
for one neighbor, I mean, they don't bother us, but they're just an eyesore. They live like, remember if you go out of my backyard, look down on the right.
Right,
there's
right.
that Sanford and Son house.
right. But in
They
your
fucking collect everything, but they don't bother anybody. But the shit is just so bad, it just bothers you by looking at it.
but in the court that you live in,
Yeah, there's nobody.
everyone's cool. You invite them for barbecues. Hey, you want
You
to?
borrow chairs.
Yeah, it's just a good unity thing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And how did you build that relationship? Was it just everyone coming out
you're
and getting their
outside.
paper and saying, "Hey,
Yeah.
neighbor, how you doing?"
Pretty much, yeah. I don't knock on people's doors and say, "Hey, I'm your neighbor." It's just you see them outside, and that's how you talk to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you invite them over. Sometimes my neighbor will have a barbecue, and everyone goes to his house, or another neighbor had a wedding in his backyard.
You're like,
we all went to his house.
I smell it.
Yeah,
We gotta go
That's how
knock
you
on
do.
there.
Yeah, because we started out, there was only like 3 or 4 of us in that court. Now
Right.
there's getting more. It's gonna be a total of 10 houses.
Yeah.
But there's 2 more getting built. So
Well, yeah, it's easier with new developments because that's like what Stallion mentioned. As people move in, you get to know them.
One
Yeah.
at a time almost.
Now, as in our neighborhood, it's already established. They've probably freaking been here since
Yeah, and they're about 120
Yeah,
and
they're
shit.
like
and they're
ancient-
stuck in their ways. And
Yeah.
it's like,
Well, that changes so quick. As my neighborhood was the same way. I mean, my neighbors are my parents. So we knock on the back damn wall, and then we just walk across. But I mean, the whole point was that it was an elderly neighborhood.
Mhm.
Now they've all passed away. So guess what? It's a lot of renters. There's a lot of people, new people moving in. So it's a different neighborhood.
Yeah.
But we're still a little bit secluded. So it's we don't have the issues. So like I said, it's My neighbors are cool. I leave them alone. If you don't leave me alone, I'll fuck with you too, and I'll end it really quick. So, but it's really just like I said, common sense says just if someone's pissing you off, if your music's a little bit loud, turn it down a little bit. You can still hit it in your own damn house.
That's right.
You know?
Right.
So, is this Josh Beckett? Is that the Beckett that sounds like some shit he would do.
You never know. I'm just seeing
drinking
Beckett.
his beer. Yeah, that's what I thought too. I was like, Josh Beckett, maybe
Yeah.
that kind of neighborhood.
So interesting insights on the whole neighborhood thing, and you guys out there, just bring a little, what is it, the whole cup of sugar over and say, how you doing, neighbor? Is
Bring a cup of sugar or knock on the door and ask for a cup of sugar.
Something like that.
You don't want to bring a cup. They might think
Here's sugar.
sugar.
Poison.
What's that powder? Yeah, there's some guy selling me some Coke.
But see, if we have the Valiant Vixen girls do it, it's absolutely going to be innocent.
Ask for their sugar. You don't bring the neighbor to the sugar. They could be diabetic.
Excellent point.
To poison me.
What is this? White powder. You try to white some white powder on my house.
Mix it in. Little Coke
Powdered
there.
sugar.
Yes.
Too funny, too funny. All right, great insight, guys. We're going to go ahead and take a quick music break and be back with the entertainment segment here on the Slam Show. And this track here is from a connection that DJ Stallion hooked up. Can you touch on it?
Yeah, it's she's the new queen of the South. Her name is Contanique, down in the South. And then on Instagram, you start, collecting all your friends and followers and whatnot.
Start stalking on Instagram, huh?
And she threw us a shout out, like you, me, Courtney, Bissell Pete, and made us like a little drop.
Right.
And then she sent me some songs, and then we're gonna play one of her songs called Superstar. They're actually listening right now in the South, so it's like 11:45 there right now.
All right. Much props to the South.
Superstar. Here we go.
All right. This is Contanique with Superstar. We'll be right back here on the Slam Show.
It's the queen right here, shawty. Hey, I'm a superstar. I got long money. I like my hood. Who got that long money? I like fast cars, and all my rims are big. I like slow hair. I like good. I keep these sick, 'cause they fall in love. And I got plenty goons when I'm in the club. So don't with me, 'cause I will set it off. That's what it feels like. I ride clean on my whip, sit on big chrome. MacBook Pro connected to my iPhone. I'm doing numbers daily. I'm such a boss lady. Your conversation ain't worth my time, so you pay me. Millions of dollars, lot of zeros and no cents. Bend over backward forward, you got your girl bent. This top notch here, I got that platinum. They call me GG. I got that good shit. I stay laced. My closet look like Lenny Small. No need to wonder, baby. These ain't no knockoffs. These lyrics don't fall off in years, months of due time. Coca-Cola
Yeah, that's Superstar by Continek.
Yes,
You're stuck in my head now.
Tanek. That's how she spells it on Instagram, so you can hit her up on there. And we're going to do some talks and maybe have her do a Slam Show song.
Yes.
You hear?
Yeah, much props. Thank you for the track, and we're going to definitely await that Slam Show version.
Yeah,
Dirty South style.
Dirty South style, a Slam Show song.
I'm going to hold it against you, DJ Stallion. You got to follow up on that.
We're going to work on it, yeah.
Cool. Welcome, everyone, back to the Slam Show. This is the entertainment segment sponsored by Perfect Tan and Kinder's Barbecue. Definitely our catering special for tonight. Thank you very much, Justin. Who was the other gentleman?
Juan, Nigel, Troy,
Martinez.
And Martinez. Yep.
Exactly. Thank you very much. All right, let's jump into the first topic, guys. Giant coffee maker. Starbucks has come out with the priciest coffee yet. It is a rare Costa Rica variety called Gesha. 12-ounce cup costs about $6. A 16-ounce grande is $7. Starbucks basically says, hey, we're just catering to a growing number of customers who want a superior bean. Now, my question to everyone is, do you consider the price situation a big thing for you to keep that habit alive in terms of your favorite drink, or it doesn't matter to you? Like, for example, I love Jamba Juice, and the acai drink, that is just like phenomenal.
$5.50.
Yeah, something like that. But if it goes to about $7 or $8, I'm kind of drawn back and saying, hey, this is a little bit much. I start thinking like I could have it already, get a maker and make it my own at that point. So my question to the guests and my staff, do you have any limits on what you would pay for your favorite beverage? Talk to me.
I love coffee. I'm an avid coffee drinker. I drink coffee in the morning time. But if a cup gets, I don't know, sometimes Starbucks. I don't have to do Starbucks because I drink my coffee at home, but I need to have my coffee.
Right.
I think for some people, though, they like Starbucks because it's Starbucks. No matter what, that's their brand, it's their line. They will pay up to $10. Just like cigarettes. Cigarettes went up in price. People still smoke cigarettes at the price they're at. People are still going to drink Starbucks at the price it's at, no matter what.
Bad Karma knows that.
Bad cigarette.
And you're absolutely right, Sammy, because you have Pete's, and people are dedicated Pete's coffee drinkers. They won't really even go to Starbucks.
Starbucks owns Pete's.
That's true, but people don't know that.
Exactly. It's just all about the brand.
Go to Pete's, fuck Starbucks.
I didn't know that.
Pete's is stronger tasting.
Yeah,
it's better quality, actually. Yeah. It's a better quality.
I agree. Definitely agree.
Yeah. So, are there limits, guys, to your favorite?
I'm not a coffee drinker anymore. When I used to work a corporate job, yes, I needed my caffeine because it's going to be a long-ass freaking day at work.
You're like angry and you give me my coffee.
Exactly.
Like,
and if you make that money, since you have a nice job, yes, you could afford it.
If you
Hell
can
yeah.
afford it.
Go ahead. But you could probably buy that coffee and then make it yourself at home. Buy it bulk.
Right. Oh, I have the Keurig, the new Keurig. Where you put the single cup in. And
with the pods.
Yeah. It ended up calculating 89 cents a cup a day.
Wow.
For the price after buying and using it.
Correct.
89 cents a cup a day.
Yeah, that's a big savings. Guys, anything? Any limits?
I don't drink coffee.
Well, not just coffee. Anything. A special. Your Red Bull that you always bring.
Yes.
Sugar free.
Yeah, sugar free. Now, if that went...
No, that was a liquid nitro, dude. I don't know what you're talking about.
Why you say that name? I mean, burn in hell.
That was liquid nitro.
Yeah.
It was a silver can.
Exactly.
It's got silver in it, yeah.
But do you have limits as far as your payment for?
No,
would you
I only get it when it's a good sale. They
so you do have limits.
Yeah, they fluctuate their prices. Starbucks ain't gonna say, "Hey, we're gonna do $2 for coffee for your favorite."
Right.
Just keep going up and up and up, and people get Starbucks every day.
Yep. They even have Starbucks credit cards, don't they?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And the Starbucks rewards. Starbucks.
That's ridiculous.
And people don't know this. If you ask for soy milk, it's like 50 cents, please, extra. And
One
I'm like,
pump,
damn.
2 pump, extra pump more.
Extra shot.
Yeah, it's like, damn. I just
put
want
some
a
more
coffee.
steam in mine?
Discount.
Fat-free water.
They charge for water now too.
They do?
I went to, well, at least the Starbucks at where I work at near.
Wow.
They just
Like,
do
have a
that.
cup of coffee
Supposed to
in
be
there, or
free.
a cup of
Water free.
water. They're like, they charge you for the cup now.
How much is a cup?
It was like $1 something.
For the cup?
For the
Well,
cup?
The large cups. The large. The
Shoot,
big-
that
They- 'cause
thing
they know
better be
you-
laced with gold because
Yeah, no kidding. Better have their emblem on it.
They know
Melt that thing down and make a ring out of it. Something.
people got their hot. They ask for hot water because they know you got your like pocket coffee in there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you
Exactly.
tell them,
Good point.
hey man, I bought you those little things that you sell in the 12-pack.
The Via.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so say
those
I
are
want my
good.
hot water so I could make my coffee with the shit I bought from you.
there you have it. Karma, do you have any limits as far as your preferences? I know you, in reference to Blondie's cigarette thing, you'll pay whatever it costs for your smoking continuum.
Well,
but
the beauty of my line of work is that I don't pay. I just take.
oh,
You know, you have all the
We're
retailers.
not
You
so
see,
proud.
yeah, exactly. You see 10 guys a day. You just walk back in the back, and you're just like, "Hey, I'm taking the cigarettes. You know, you want the product tomorrow? You're gonna give me this pack of cigarettes. You're gonna give me this Red Bull. You're gonna give me
hook it up.
yeah, exactly. Well, it's theft, but I mean, they're not gonna tell me no. They want the product. They ain't gonna tell me no.
Hey, Karma, can I like hang out with you at your job?
Why don't you go in there? Just look at the fridge. What do you have in there right now?
I'm with him. I'm gonna
Why
cut
don't you
chips.
why don't you ask Stallion to show you what he got?
Yeah, I got some boss.
Yeah.
What do you call that when you ride with a cop?
Ride along.
Ride along. You Sage will be your ride along at work.
I gotta bring my shopping bag.
I can pull that off. It's just a supplier. She just wants
Alright.
to be a sponsor, and
There
yeah,
you go. I'm
you go.
there next week.
You'd be surprised. You get a nice 10-minute conversation. All of a sudden, you got 3 Red Bulls in you. I'll talk to you later. Flying out the door.
There you go.
Trick or treat.
Or liquid nitro. Sorry, liquid nitro.
You guys are too funny.
Science.
Yeah, science.
Science, yes.
Science. So yeah, to a certain degree, no limits because you want to have it. You want to have your fix. Without that, you can't function. And yeah, Starbucks, Jamba Juice, all these beverage companies, they have you by the balls, basically.
Yeah.
They could charge up whatever. And at this point, with gas being as high as it is and the cost of living, what's the extra $5 ridiculous on top of the 5 that you're already paying?
You might cut back a little, but you'll never quit.
Exactly.
You know what I
Go.
mean? You may not get it like twice a day. You'll just get it once.
Yeah.
And you'll actually, if it gets that bad, just convince yourself something's better anyways. That's cheaper. It tastes like shit, but you know what? I think this is a little bit better just because it's about $10 less. Okay.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you'll do that anyways. But you'll never cut that habit.
Yeah.
Well said. All right, moving on to our next topic. Recording artist Ryan Leslie, R&B sensation to a certain degree. If you guys haven't heard of him, he's kind of like under the radar. He's produced for a lot of people, and he's also a Harvard grad. But check this out. Back in 2010, while in Cologne, Germany, I think that's how you pronounce it, he had his laptop stolen from his Mercedes. And soon after that, he went on YouTube, created a video offering a $1 million safe return of the stolen laptop and an external hard drive. Well, after he put that out, a German man happens to find it and returns it to Leslie. Armand Augstein, I believe, who owns a auto repair shop in Germany. Basically, he did everything that was protocol in returning it. Mr. Leslie decided, nope, I'm not going to pay you. I don't know what you're talking about type of attitude. Well, guess what? He went ahead and filed in a Manhattan court that Leslie should pay the full $1 million reward for retrieving that laptop the way it was stated in the YouTube video. And the YouTube video actually is on right now that I'm showing, and that it's kind of like a collage thing. It's showing him performing and also has details of the reward and so forth. So basically, it's in the court law. He has to pay that amount. But now he's kind of appealing it or reversing the angle of what he originally promised, that it was a $20,000 reward. But if the gadgets and everything were intact, the additional $980,000 would be tacked on, which amounts to $1 million. So he's kind of playing with the numbers a bit, but at the same time, he wants to kind of draw back from his initial reward amount. And he claims that some of the hard drive stuff wasn't working, so he's basically bullshitting his way out, because if everything's intact, he has to pay that. But if he spins it where, yeah, certain things aren't working, I can't retrieve any music, I could only pay you this much, then he only, in his mind, thinks he has to pay X amount. So, at this point, he has to pay that amount. It's a court order. Now, guys, my question to you is, how much would you pay for any of your gadgets if it was stolen? And Sammy is smiling because she's notorious for doing that.
Oh, you're just having a conversation.
Stuff all the time. I just lost my phone the other day on Saturday, and I just bought the Galaxy 3. I just bought that in September, and I lost it just a couple days ago.
It doesn't have the GPS tracking?
I don't. I think so. I have to go there and check it. I'm pretty sure I have it on there, but I haven't.
Well, it wasn't lost. It was stolen.
Right. Well, it's same situation as Ryan Leslie.
Same.
But see, the main difference here is the amount of documentation and important
That's the hard part, yeah.
files are on there. So obviously, since you don't store anything that's of real personal value, it's more like inconvenience.
It has a lot of work stuff on there. It has a
Whoa.
lot of people's emails, things like that, but all of it goes straight towards online.
Right.
Pictures, same thing, but it can be replaced. It just hurts.
Yeah.
And it's inconvenient, but it can be replaced.
Yeah. So, guys.
Well, I assume this Leslie guy, you said that he's produced music before, so I assume he has like music stored in there, or porn, or porn related, or sex tape. I don't know. That's why he has
and
that.
he should have had it all backed up somewhere anyway.
Well, it's all his software. It's probably really expensive.
And who's to say the guy who found it, did he back it up?
Oh, you're
Well,
right.
that's his mistake. When he made that YouTube video with the reward, it didn't say, well, it has to be this intact, this has to be in it. It just says, if found, here's the reward.
Yeah.
So he basically fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he has to pay.
Right.
Bottom line.
Why would you say $1 million? Like,
yeah,
$1 million.
That is a high amount, but
or just reward. I mean, you'll be rewarded, and he can negotiate as soon as that person returns it.
Well, I'll share a certain similar situation with my lost phone a few years ago. I panicked, and what I did was I went ahead and text from another person's phone and state that whoever has my phone, I will give you $500 cash, no questions asked, because that's how much I wanted to get my phone back. But it wasn't really stolen. It was like in the car somewhere. And when I found it, I was like, thank goodness. And I looked and there was a text. But see, that was me at the same point as Ryan Leslie, kind of realizing, hey, I needed to get that phone back, and I had a dollar amount that I was willing to pay to have it intact. So you guys, you have some very pertinent information on your phones. If it got stolen, would you put a reward?
A reward that I could afford.
Right, me too.
Yeah, but what's the substantial amount?
I wouldn't put a reward.
Okay.
No.
Well, let's go down the line. Blondie, how much would you pay to have your phone back?
Oh God, not that much. Maybe just like $100.
$100?
Because I have all my calendars for our whole roster of the month is always on my phone. I work out of my phone.
Right.
Like I don't anything else. Like I work with the Google Docs, Google Calendar, and everything, which is nice. It's saved up and backed up on there, but all phone numbers aren't backed up, and I would probably, I don't know what I would do because I'd have to have all these numbers. I have to constantly be calling and texting all the time.
Right.
So I would just $100, and honestly,
a C note. A simple C note.
Yeah, and whoever as desperate as it is, they probably would just take the $100, and be happy with it than rather a phone.
Yeah.
So
Okay. And Sammy, definitely, fuck no.
Never would buy a new phone. I don't think I would want something that someone took from me back. I don't know what they did to it.
Really? Like they violated and freaking stuck it in and freaking say, here.
Yeah, I don't
like,
know.
oh, it's all
It's germ infested.
It's Bastos now. I don't touch that.
I'd rather just spend the money, get a brand new one, start all over.
Wow, like that.
Replace it. It's not that big of a deal. It sucks to not have one. I was like, where am I going to here? But no GPS. It was stressful, but you can always replace it.
Okay, so no reward, just lose it.
Just lose it, get another one.
Because you've been losing it anyway.
Yeah, I've been losing it.
Yeah.
No big deal.
And Sage, any dollar amount?
How much would you pay for my lost item?
Wow. I would say about $500.
There you go. That's 500. Aww.
So
Very
cute.
nice. Yeah.
Well, because I don't honestly want to pay for it, but you're probably willing to pay for my lost
No.
Well, because I know what's on there.
item. Yeah.
Whoa.
Bad karma?
Basically, I just swipe my phone as it is. It's already backed up, so just the cost of a new phone.
Really?
It'd be a reason to upgrade anyways. Honestly, I mean, it's just, I'm like,
That's true,
you know,
too.
it's the information on there. I have it backed up.
Okay, fair enough.
$99 for a new phone? Screw it. I'm not going to offer somebody money to give it back.
I'm
Fair
not
enough.
gonna give anyone money for my stuff.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Oh yeah.
Stallion?
Well, I don't lose my shit. I don't put it down and leave it for people to take. But if it's stolen, the reward would be not to either beat their ass or get them arrested.
I'm with
So,
that.
wha- so what?
That's the reward.
Yeah.
Beat their ass?
Yeah.
Because if it's
That was
stolen,
my phone.
They get to pick.
I track
What
them.
if, I mean,
But
what if
if
it was
you-
stolen and the person that found it didn't steal it? Come on now.
You still beat the shit out of them because they have the phone.
Yeah. I'll track them down. iPhone finder.
Okay, so absolutely no way you'll pay.
Man, no. If it's stolen, no way. They don't deserve that
But
shit.
what if you lost it?
I wouldn't.
You don't say you wouldn't. You're,
Can you
you're
just
only
play the what if?
Yeah, the what if.
Everything's backed up, so I would, you know, I got the hookup at AT&T, so, you know,
You wouldn't sweat it.
I would wipe it clean, and then I have everything already backed up on my computer,
Okay.
on the cloud, so it's,
Yeah, exactly. The iCloud.
so there's no
Yeah.
need to spend $300 on reward.
Oh, so I retract that because we do have the iCloud, so you're okay if it got stolen. If it got
Yeah,
missing.
then I'll still keep the $500.
Oh, brother.
I love that. Honey, I found someone who found the phone.
Yay, new purse.
Moving on.